Hey, what's happening guys? It's Neo here from the Panther Products Team channel, and today we're going to be looking at Dungeon Defenders. Now recently we did a review on our website about Dungeon Defenders, and I wanted to make a video to show you the basics of the game and how to play. This is by far one of the most fun games you'll ever play on the PlayStation. What it is, you can choose from a range of characters, like for instance I'm the mage. But you can choose from a huntress, a squire and a monk. Now each of these characters has their own special abilities, and for instance this mage can do elemental damage, and his towers and things revolve around elements, so lightning tower, fireball tower, magic blockade, magic missiles, and the deadly strike towers are non-elemental, so you don't need to worry about them. Let's check out this squire now. Now the squire is a bit slow when you first use him, but he does have the best defense turrets in the game. He has a choice of spike blockade, bouncer blockade, harpoon turret, bowling turret and slice and dice blockades. Now let's go view the huntress. Now the huntress is best known for their character skills and the fact that they can fire crazy times, and they get good damage per second. They probably have the worst out of the defense things, as none of theirs really do a lot. Their best one is probably the proximity mine, which is their cheapest one. But they have a gas trap, an inferno trap which is elemental, a darkness trap which puts enemies off, and a big damage single target ethereal spike trap. And last but not least, the monk. Now the monk is probably one of the overlooked classes of Dungeon Defenders. Although the monk has no real special abilities as such, his defences are pretty awesome. The ensnare trap slows all the enemies down. The electric aura damages enemies that go with inside it. The healing aura heals your allies. The strength drain aura drains the strength of your enemies. And the enrage aura makes enemies attack each other. So the monk has got some pretty useful defensive things if you combine them with the squire or the mage. Now another good thing about the monk is the fact that it has some special abilities that boost your people or allies around you and gives them health, or you can boost your defense and turrets so they get extra health. Now let's go take a look at the other abilities of the other heroes. Now the squire's got blood rage. Now this is pretty useful if you either want to get a boost in damage, or your character's specified and spec'd to the character rather than the turrets. If you use blood rage, it pretty much doubles everything, so you can go double speed, damage and resistance. If you use circular slice, it's just a little move that the knight does that just damages enemies, but it's pretty crap, so I won't bother with it. If you have a look at the huntress, she's got some pretty cool hero abilities. One of them being piercing shot, which can basically go through walls and everything, and it damages multiple enemies in a straight line. And the invisibility, so if you're getting absolutely arse raped on a level, you can use the invisibility and it'll stop enemies from seeing you. Now out of all the characters, I prefer the mage's abilities. I don't know why, I just do. The mana bomb ability is basically a mass area of effect attack that damages enemies within a certain radius, and it's pretty powerful once you get it up. I'd say the piercing arrow of the huntress is much better, but overall I prefer the mage. And the overcharge ability, while this is active, although it drains your mana, you can summon defences ridiculously fast. Now watch how quickly that gets summoned. Now if I take it off, watch how slowly it gets summoned. Okay, so we've learned the pretty much all there is to know about each of the classes. Now we're going to have a look at what all the stuff does. Now, you can change your controls in the options menu here. I have it set up to the default controls, and you can also change it so that you can press R2. If you hit that button, swap L1, R1, L2 and R2 of the action buttons. You can change it so that instead you can press the square button to activate your abilities or your attack, and the R2 buttons will be the pickups. Now I prefer it having R2 as like the default, so my R2 attacks and my square button picks up items and activates anything that's around, like turrets or whatever. Let's head into the very first mission and we'll slap it on. Doesn't really matter because I can rape all these, so we'll go for hard. We'll skip the introduction. So this will be your first sort of level. Now the aim of the game is to protect this crystal here, either using your character or your defences. Now at the start of each wave there will be treasure chests lying around that you can open and get yourself some mana, which is the little blue thing in the bottom left. You'll just see that it goes up to like 120 there, and then when I pick up this it'll go to like 160. This is your main like money in the game sort of thing. The more you have of this, the better really, because then you can make your defences. Now, on hard you have unlimited build time, so I can quickly show you the creep doors. Basically enemies will come out any doors that have got this sort of purpley circle thing around it. And at the start of each wave, enemies will show up on this little billboard here, and it will tell you how many of each enemy is going to come out of that specific door. Now, in this first wave, nothing's going to come out of those doors, so we don't need to worry about them. So, as a quick example, we'll slap some missile towers here. Like that yellow area there is where the range of the tower will be. So if we want to get it just on those stairs, so it covers the top of these stairs and down here as well. So we'll do the same again over here. And get that covered. Then we want to probably do the same again here. And have it covering that area there, because we know some enemies are going to come out there sooner or later. And once you've used all your mana up, once you're happy with your defences, go over to the crystal and click activate. This will start the wave. Now, I'm not even going to let them come anywhere near my turrets because I'm pretty awesome and can just kill them in one hit. But if you're low level, you'll obviously need to rely on your turrets a bit more than I do. So once you've completed a wave, you'll get wave complete. Depending on what level you have, your core or your crystal will heal itself, so it will go back to 1500 at 1500. You'll get healed, and then you'll get a whole new set of boxes that you can go around and collect. Any items or pickups that you don't collect when you activate the crystal, so say for instance I left these on the floor, they'll get added to your mana bank, which will be that you can use to upgrade your items in the tavern. So okay, we've decided that we've done all those levels and we've collected loads of mana and experience, so let's head over to the mana bank. Now the mana bank you can access in the tavern or at the end of each wave after wave 1, and then you'll have access to upgrade everything. But there's a forge on each level that we saw earlier that disappears once you activate the crystal. If you activate it, you get the option of hero or item box, or R3 to swap your hero. So if you go to item box, any items you pick up will be displayed here. Your mana, your total mana, will be displayed in the bottom left. Now I've got 10 million odd mana, so let's go try and upgrade something. So first thing we want to do is select the item you want to upgrade, and then it's got investment at the bottom left. Now I've already started to upgrade this, but it tells me that I need 41,238 mana till the next time it gets fully upgraded. Now if I hold R2, it'll invest my mana from my bank, and once full, that meter's full, we can then select an item or stat on the item that we'll be able to upgrade. So this has got base damage, shots per second, clip ammo, reload speed, overcharge bonus, which will change depending on the hero. Now in this case it's my mage, but my mage can't use this, but hero casting rate, speed bonus, health bonus, defense health bonus, defense base damage, and area of effect, and then the attack speed of the actual weapon itself. Now you may pick up items that have a lot more stats than this does, and you get extra stats depending on what item it is. Now for this one it doesn't have hero attack damage, or this one doesn't have defense speed bonus or whatever, but whatever weapon you pick up may contain those different stats. So in this case I just want to plonk it up on the damage because it's a huntress weapon and you don't really use defences. You can see the next level, it says 14 out of 23. This means I can upgrade this item 23 times. So that item is going to be pretty good. Now for example, this weapon I upgraded like ages ago, and it was upgraded 47 times. Like there's a weapon here that's exactly the same as that Blasticus at the bottom left that we upgraded a second ago, but it has less upgrades, but it probably has a better base stat. So pretty much covered everything you'll need to know about Dungeon Defenders so far. What we'll do in the next video is we'll probably show you a game that we go into, and I'll be playing with Simp22 on our website, who was the guy that just invited me just. We hope you enjoyed watching this little tutorial video, and stick around and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.